and welcome back to the Tim Holtz Folio-ish journal. We've completed all the construction apart from the central little writing journal, which is a separate thing, but I'll leave that to last, and then it's easier rather than keep flipping it over around the place. So I've opened the left hand side right up to the back. This is the back, the big envelope on the back, the gusseted one. And I've selected some things I want to decorate with. I think that's for the best, because honestly, if I have to hum and haw over everything, these videos are just going to be ridiculously long. So this is what I've selected, and I've inked everything that needs inking. One of the flashcards that says create, and I'm just going to put that down at the bottom there, just so you can see all the word. It will stick out up here, but it's still within the envelope, so we're all right. So that can get stuck on, I think. Yep. Okay. So I did sort of sandpaper round the edges of the side that I wanted to ink. Otherwise, you can't really get the ink to stay on these very shiny pieces. So just sanded round the very edge. Not much, just enough to allow me to get it inked. Where's my stand gone? There it is. So you can see I've inked it. And I just want to bring that up above this loveliness here and use the squares on the grid of the envelope just to help me get that straight. I think that's about right there. So you can see it doesn't come over this part, but it does go under the flap, and that's okay, that's fine. So I've selected two Tim Holtz peeps, this mummy one, well, she's now a mummy as far as I'm concerned, and her little daughter with the dolly, and they can go like that, and they're going to stand on that word, because it's always important to get your peeps grounded on something. You don't just have them floating in midair. They don't look right. And I've also looked out some small pieces from the ephemera snippets pack. Might be called curators snippets, I'm not sure actually what they're called. And I just intend to put that there. That possibly over the other side. Just once again, so there's some interest around them. I need my other tweezers, these ones are rubbish. So where's that little bit gone? There it is. There it is, so that's going to go there. This is going to go on that side. They're fighting with each other, and this piece is going to go there. Sort of tucked up under it. And then on the flap itself, I'm going to have these two little bits of snippets and a red label, which I'm going to ink before I pull it off the background. But I'm just going to glue all that down and then come back to you. Right, okay, that's that all glued down, and I've decided I want to use this one. So I'm just going to take my ink dauber and just ink over it, because the red is a little bright and the white is way too white. So that's that. And I'm wondering if I should stamp on it. I think I will stamp on it. So there we are, I've just stamped any stamp it was actually. And we'll take that off there and pop it, I don't know, up there I think. Just about there. Lovely. And then I've got these two little bits. Just want to ink around them quickly. That one I've already inked around. And let's get these stuck on. And it's just, you know, it's just to say something, isn't it? And then this one that's nice and bright. Will pop just there. And that's that. There we go. That's that. It's just something on that side without adding any bulk. Excellent, so that's the back bit done. So the next bit is this bit that flips over first, so I'm going to do them in that order. This is the back of the envelope, this is the front. And as I said at the time, it doesn't need to have Velcro dots on because the very fact it's squashed in this book has squashed it flat and it's not going anywhere. So, do I want to do anything with the back? Well, yes, obviously. Obviously I do. I think I might make a little quarter pocket and tuck something in it. So let's have a look in the remnants, see what there is that I could use. That's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, let's use that. So, how tall is that? It's 4 inches, so let's cut 4 inches off it so we've got a square. This way on, 4 inches. Keep that remnant. And then I'll leave that out because. So then I'm thinking that I just want to cut off that corner and just make a little angular tuck spot really. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that in my trimmer, line up the corners, as exactly as I can. That's looking pretty good. There we go. I might keep that because I think you could probably use it that way. So yeah, I'll keep that bit. Oh, the trimmer fell over. So that's going to go there like that. Yeah, that's fine. So let's ink around that and then we'll think of something we can put in it. So as you can imagine, we're very busy sorting things out, clearing things, cleaning things, oh my goodness. Most of which I've never seen, well I'd swear I've never seen before in my life. But, they do need sorting through, you know, what do you want to keep, what do you not want to keep. If you keep it, where's it going to go? If you keep it, are you really going to use it? Or is it just one of those things that you like looking at? In which case, it's going. There we go, so let's stick this on here. Just a little bit in from the edge. There we go. just need a couple of bits to stick in there. Probably not even real tags, if you know what I mean. I mean, something like that would do, because you could journal on that. If it wasn't that that had a dodgy top, that would have done really nicely. A bit too similar, that one, to what we've got. Oh, I know, where's my collage cards? Maybe something there. Oh, or snapshots. Yeah, let's have a look through those. That might be the perfect thing, actually. I think they're too large, aren't they, these ones? But I can trim them down. Are they all the same size? I think so. No, there are smaller ones. That's a bit smaller. Yeah, I could put 2 of those in there. That would be perfect. That would indeed be perfect. They are very white, and they're shiny, so I think I'm going to have to take my sanding block to them. Just sand that edge off a little bit. And you could age these if you wanted to. You could use alcohol ink on them. It would work quite well, I think. I'll just rub that on my clothing to get rid of the excess bits of paper. Might not use 2, actually, thinking about it. I might just use 1. I think 2 might be overkill. I might just use that one. I like that one. And one of the collage cards. Where did I put those? I had them in my hand a second ago. Did I put them away again? Let's have a look. Yeah, put them away again. This is the medium-sized ones. Let's see what we've got in here. Anything that's suitable or not. Because these are nice and thin. I'm not really after a flowery one. Lay that one out. I have places where I really want flowery ones, but this is not one of those places. That one. Oh, I like that though, with the bird's nests on. That's nice. Oh, these are all flowery. Fancy that, I didn't know. Right, so I've got that one, or that one, or that one. I think that one, and my picture, and they'll go in there nicely. There's no journaling on this at all. It is purely for decoration. But this one, I guess you could journal on the back if you wanted to. Let's ink around those quickly. God, it doesn't half alter this photograph being inked around. It looks so much better. Yeah. And we'll just ink around this. Seeing as we can, why would we not? So these need nothing else added to them at all. They're just a little pocket for interest's sake. So when you flip that over, now we've got the flippy bit, this bit. And I'm not going to put anything in there. Once again, I'm going to leave that up to whoever buys it to put something in it. The photographs, whatever it is, little notes, whatever, and it'll keep the thickness of this side down a little bit. But I do, however, want to add something to here. Now then, Where are my labels? Here they are. No, they're not big enough. Okay, so I want something here that I can just tuck a little something into just to hold that down. Let me have a look what I've got and I'll be back. Right, I think I have an idea. I'm going to use this remnant and make a little pocket there, and then I'm going to use one of these, probably this one because the tab's at the top, to put in there to sort of hold this down. Not that it really needs it, but that's the general idea. So how big do I want my pocket? Probably down to that line. That's probably enough, I would say. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. Might make it just a touch wider. So I'm going to put that there, and I can put something on that if I want to. Anyway, let's ink it in the interim. And I'll tell you what I might do. I might put a brad at each side, so it looks like it's held down with the brad, but I mean the brad's just going to be decoration, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that there like that with a brad in each side. Yes, yes, now you're getting your thinking head on. So let's just, oh, I don't think I can get that without dropping everything else off. My collage book and stuff. There we go. So I just want to make a hole with my pokey tool. Kind of just in a little bit and halfway there. I reckon there. I reckon that's a good place. So I'm just going to flip that over like that, so as I'll get my other one in the same place, and then if they're wonky, at least they'll both be wonky. That's my plan. So there we go. So which brad shall I use? I've got some really small ones, and I've got some ones that aren't quite so small. Shall I just go whole hog and put a big one on? Let's do it. Let's just do it. You just got to be careful when you open these. I usually put them in a pot actually, which is a better plan. And these have got both cross heads and flat heads. So I'm going to pick the flat heads, two of them in the same colour. And then I can tell you what brand they are and where I got them from. They are called Artemio, and I got them from Amazon, and they're really good. I love them. So let's put that in there. Oh, they've got fat legs. They really have got fat legs. Go through there, thank you. And I'm going to make sure that the legs spread out that way. Otherwise you'll see them out the corner of the... Oh, I never have any luck opening these brad legs. Come on. I don't know, that's it. I don't know why they're so awkward for me, but they are. So we'll put those like that. And I'll just get my bone folder, says she. Where might that be? My desk is already absolutely full of stuff. So just get that and push that down so it's as flat as it can be. There we go. And do the other one. And I think those legs are facing the right way. And they want to open easily. Goodness me. So squish them down like that. So there we have it. It's our little pocket with brads on that we're going to put there. And I could put, these are going to get on my wick, these cards. I could put a little label. I've got a red circular label there, so I could put another circular label. That's probably a bit small though, isn't it? I think that one's probably the size I'm after, maybe, you know, that one. So let's just get this again. Just ink that a little bit. And let's stamp it. Let's get the stamps out. What am I going to stamp that with? Oh, does tag number fit? Does it? Heck, don't be silly. What about 38785? No, that's too big as well. Just being silly now. Just being silly. What about that one? That fits perfectly. Perfectly perfect. So I'm just going to use black ink, the VersaFine Clair, and stamp that one there. Oh, don't think we're anywhere near the middle. Oh, we're not too bad. That's all right. I'm just going to have to put the ink away and the stamps away because I just don't have room for them on my desk at the minute. I don't want to touch the ink if I can avoid it. So where's the middle? It's about there. So let's pop that on there. See if we can get it straight. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? I think so. I think so. Right, glue. So just round 3 sides because it's a pocket. Don't forget. And fairly central, about there. I think that's all right. Press that down. There we go. There's our little pocket. Oh, it looks lovely. Let's make sure it's squished down properly. Great, happy with that. And then I'm just going to put this little, I did this on one of the Sunday premieres. I think it was a premiere, yeah. And that's what it looks like inside. So there's no real journaling in there, but it's just a cute little thing. And it's going to slide in there and it's going to keep that envelope flap closed. I mean, the envelope flap is closed anyway. But it's a kind of belts and braces approach. Right, so then we're moving on to this part here. Now this part here has got a little, that's not a good thing to show it with, let's put something else. It's got a little flap here that goes back as far as that, and then it's got a pocket down here that goes back the full width of the page. So I need to come up with something, devise some system of putting something there. So I'll think about that and I'll see you in a sec. Right, I've had a bit of a think. I found this remnant. Both sides are gorgeous. And what I'm going to do, I've got this punch that punches out the top, a kind of posh sort of tag top if you like. And I'm hoping it's going to work. Excuse me. And the widest it will cut is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5 inches, which is actually not that wide, but it's the widest we can go. don't think I can get any wider than that in there. I'm wondering if I could get 3. Let's try 3. So 2 strips, 3 inches. And what I'm going to do is see if this will take it. Oh my goodness. It might not. Oh, I think it will. Might have to snip the edges off, but I think it will. Yeah, that's fine. I've just got to snip those edges off, but that's all right. So that's given me a 3-inch one, where it told me it was just going to cut 2. Haha. We've outfoxed it. So I'm just going to snip those across there. Obviously wasn't centered in the thing, but that's okay. And I'm going to make that to go in there. That's the little one, isn't it? Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty weird shape, but it doesn't really matter. And trim that off about there. Just I did something similar to this with the wallflower one, and I thought it looked quite effective. So it is a bit of a weird shape and it's not centered properly, but hey-de-ho-de. So that's going to go in there like that. And then I'm going to take that bit, this remnant bit that I've got, and do another. I don't know if you can see on the back when it's centered or not. No, not really. So I'm just going to have to pay good attention. That looks pretty centered. I've got drawers open and stuff leant against it. Oh dear me. It's a mess in here. And what am I doing? I'm sitting crafting. Right, so that wants to go in there up to about, well, that's got a thumb notch in it there, so that's not much help. Up to about there. Can I see that? Hopefully. I think that's it there. Oh, that looks a bit short. Oh no, I think it's alright. So that's going to go in there like that. So then we're going to have these 2 nice bits sticking out. And yet they are, when you pull them out, tags. Yay! Oh, I made a mistake. It's got to go from there to there. Oh, what a ninny. What a ninny. Right, let me find another remnant then. Oh dear. Well, I didn't have another remnant. Woe is me. So I'm going to have to use this piece, which is just beautiful. I love it. But I'm going to go for the back, which is the stripy, which I do really like as well. So I'm going to cut 2 strips off that are 3 inches. Once I clear my way to my trimmer. 3 inches. So I'll just look on the first one as a practice. And then another 3 inches. And now we've got a really good remnant. First class remnant. Right, okay, let's do this again then. This time hopefully let's get it right. So there's my punch. It's going in really centred, as centred as I can get it. Which is about there, I think. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Let's trim those off. And this side, yeah, that's definitely only goes up to there, so I can cut that off. So I'm going to cut that off there. Right. Oh, it's all complicated. It's more complex than making the blinking flippy flappies. Right, so that goes there. Marvellous. Perfect. And this one, I want to do it that way, don't know. That way. Yeah. So let's get this centred as best we can. Oh, it's all complex stuff. Trim these. That was pretty nearly centred, that one. There we go. And this one goes from there. Let's just check. Yes, all the way through to there. So it needs to be quite long. So from there all the way through to here. So let's trim that one off.
Came off the kitchen window, I'll let you sort through that.
Thank you.
At your leisure. There's probably one or two brushes you might want to keep or whatever.
Alright, thanks Mr. F. So that's those two done. So I'm just going to do the other two, ink around them and then come back to you. So I've got those all cut out, I've inked around them all, and then I looked out some red hole reinforcers. That's from Elizabeth Crafts Designs die set, which is not cheap, but you do get loads. I'm just going to put those there, like that. And then I'm going to use my red and white butcher's twine, which generally only sees the light of day at Christmas, but let's give it an outing. And I'm not going to dangle anything from these. I think there's quite enough going on as it is. So I'm just going to thread my twine through there, tie a knot, and cut the ends off. And they will go in here, like that. How nice do they look? Very nice. Oh, thank you. So I do like the red twine. We are using a fair bit of red here, red labels, etc., etc. So yeah, I think the red and white twine is the right choice. There we are. You, of course, can decorate yours any which way you like. I'm just showing you what I'm doing to mine. It does not have to be the same for yours. Just a couple more to go. Way, come back. That's what you get for working on the edge of the desk. You could always dull this down if you wanted to. You could ink over the twine and make it look a bit more vintage. I actually like the real red and whiteness, if you know what I mean. So that's going to go in there. And we have got that knot right on the sort of spine hinge bit of it, which is not a good idea, to be honest, but that's what we've got, so that's what we'll work with. Mr. F keeps coming in with things. He's sorting out the outhouse and the laundry room. And there's things in there, I swear. They came with us when we moved house and they've never seen the light of day since. And we've been here for 12 years, so do we need them? I don't think so. So there we are. That goes like that. And that's that side of this done. I quite like that. I think it looks quite funky, really, doesn't it? Quite funky. There we are. So let's see, hopefully we can turn this over. Yeah, those knots are there definitely, but we're all right. So let's now do something on this side. So I want to do something down here, some little thing, something, yes. What? I don't know. I do not know. What have I got out? Let me have a think about it. I'll be back to you. Right, I'd suddenly remembered I had this die set and I've never ever used it. It's numbers and they've sort of got shadows on them. I'll show you the die set. It's this one. Kind of funky, aren't they? And it is 664808. And they are called alphanumeric shadow numbers. So there you go. So if you cut them out twice, you get two, you can see what you get. I don't need to explain it to you. That's what you get cutting them out twice. So now the decision has to be made as to which way I like it. Oh, why is everything, when you come to decorating things, everything is so, I don't know, difficult to decide. If you're me, it is. It's really difficult. So which way on do I want my numbers? I don't know. If Rosa's husband Jim was watching, he'd be shouting at me, telling me which ones I want. But I can't hear him. So which ones look the best? I think maybe these ones with the red shadow. That one and that one. But I'll keep those because I like them. So I'll just pop those over there, and they're there should I want to use them later. Oops, and a little bit out the 6. Don't lose that or you'll have to cut it again. And I think I'll just put them, because we're using quite a lot of red in this book to decorate, and it's not new for me. I often use quite a lot of red with Timmy. I think they just go very nicely. Yeah, kind of there, I'm thinking. Yeah. And I think that'll just add a nice accent without adding too much bulk. Bulk is our enemy. Right, so I'll glue the red bits down first. Tweezers. And the other I cut out from just a remnant of Timmy that I had. Wow, that's very fine along there. But fortunately I have a very fine glue tip. So let's see, can we get this straight? I'm going to go up the side of there, that should be straight. Or it should look straight anyway. I seem to have managed to get glue absolutely everywhere. Let's just pat that off and pat that down. There we go. I mean, you could use the shadows by themselves if you wanted to, I guess. I kind of like it with something in the middle. Mr. F's listing things again. Who knows what he's listing? Somebody's just been to the door to purchase one of his goodies. A plane. Yeah, he's welcome to sell that. I don't want a plane. Not an aeroplane, not a Jania type plane. Like a wood plane. And we have no... Oh, come off. Something sticky on my tweezers, which isn't helping my cause at all. Does that look... No, it needs to come up a little bit. Does that look right? Think so? I think so. Right, let's pat that down and get rid of that excess glue as well. Lovely. I like the look of it. Okay, let's stick the actual numbers in themselves. This is what takes time when you're decorating, doing little die cuts and stuff like that. So that just slips in there perfectly. It is perfect. And then the other number, which I guess could have been a 9, didn't have to be a 6. Turned out the other way, it'd be a 9, I guess. Pop that into there. And the tiny little middle bit of the 6. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? It's very effective. Very hit you in the face, which is alright. Right, so now we just need 2 cards to go in there and in there. And I think I might just make them fairly ordinary tags and then put some a dangle or 2 on them. That's what I'm thinking. So what am I going to make my tags out of? Let's have a look what we've got. I've got that, I've got that, they're both big enough. I don't think, oh, that one is big enough. That would make a tag. That's a 6-inch one, that one, so that's not big enough. Excuse me. What else have I got in here? In my wonderful remnants, I've got that one. That would work. That one, that would also work. And I've got that. Anything else that's tall? that's tall, that's tall. That's tall. That's tall but a bit thin, I think. Right, okay, let's see what we can do with what we've got then. So that would definitely work, and it's quite nice, and I've got its mate there that would go really well. Let's just do that then. So I want it to come to about there, so as I've got a nice clearance. So let's make a mark. I'm going to have to stop soon because I need to tidy up. I can't bear it, it's too much for me. So let's trim that there. Trim it where? Where were you thinking of trimming it? Where the mark is, of course, but where is the mark? Oh my goodness. There's the mark. Let's make it a bit more prominent. Then I might see it. So that can go in there. Let's tighten that pocket. There's no gusset or anything on it. I don't know if that's got a bit of glue on it, I think. Yeah, that's better. Perfect, that's perfect. That's the remnant. And this one, oh, we can have it as long as we want. Oh, that's the one with the old chap on the back. To about there, I'd say. That looks nice to me. And trim it about there. Let's make that fairly prominent, because I think my old peepers are going. Right, so let's have a look. I can't even reach where I put my trimmers away. No, I can't. So let's see, that's going to go in there. Perfect. And it's not catching on anything, because if you remember when we put our pockets in, we put the washi tape so it goes right to the bottom. So those two look all right in there, I think. So what I'm going to do is back them, because you can't write on the back of those. You definitely can't. So I'm going to back those with some cream paper or card. Paper, if I've got some, it'll keep the bulk down. Sounds like a broken record today about this bulk, but you know, we really have to be aware of it. So I'll back those and I'll be back to you. So I have inked all around, but well, backed them with cream paper actually, but they are sturdy enough to journal on. So put two more reinforcers from the Elizabeth Craft Design set there. I don't know if I've got that to hand actually, I could show you. No, I don't think it's in here. And then I cut two labels out, and I used this die set here, which is number 662423. You get all of these 12 labels, and they're called gift tags, which I guess, yeah, okay, go along with that. So I'm just going to tie those onto there with my red twine, same as we did the last time. So if we use the red twine throughout, then we've got some, you know, continuity. That's the word I'm looking for. Continuity. And I kind of like that in my journals, actually. Go on, go through, thank you. There we are, we'll just tie that off. I'm going to leave this a little bit looser so the dangle can dangle. I stamped them, cut them out, I stamped them and inked around them. It's quite bright, that red actually. It's quite a bright red. So we are making progress. we definitely are making progress. You can, do much more on yours if you want to. It's just that I'm aware of the dreaded bulk, and I want there to be some room for the person who ultimately gets this to add things of their own into it. And if I put too much, then there really won't be room for them to add to it. So about there, I think. Pull the ends tight and snip them off. And let's put these in and see what they look like. Come back. So I'm just going to go in there. I'll just want it over to that side, and this one I'll put over to the other side. Like that. There we go. So we've got our two dangly tags, like so. I think they look nice. I like those. Right, so the next page is this one, but I think I'll leave it there for today. I think that's enough for you to have a go at and get caught up to where I am, and then you can join me soon and we'll do, well, there's loads left to do actually. Loads and loads. Is that just a belly band? Is it a pocket? What is it? Oh, it's a belly band. Forgot what I did. Okay, so we'll leave it at that today. So thanks for joining me. I hope that you can get caught up. Do whatever you want to do to decorate your journal, Folio-ish journal. But we've done quite a bit today. We have actually. We've got the back envelope done. We built a little corner pocket for that and put a couple of bits in there. We made that pocket with the brads on and put this little pre-prepared bit of ephemera into there, which keeps this tuck down like so. Flip that over. No, that's not that way, this way we went. And we put these quite funky little tags in there, and I like the way they look actually. They're something different, aren't they? Different shape, but still with the red. And then that flips over. We've got these tags here on the big pockets. Is that it? Is that all we did? Is that all there is to that? Is it just one page? Must be. So that's where we're up to. So just carrying on with this page, the next one is this one, which is a double page, and this one, which is also a double page. So we'll see if we can get those done the next time, and then we'll be cracking on, be onto the back of it. But let's walk before we can run. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.